This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So we got 3 and 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They go again with Rawls. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. From the gun on third down, Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Now Wilson on second down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. They give him a gain of 38.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
A running play for Rawls. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And now they're in the hurry-up. Rawls. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Wilson gonna oh no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. So the failed decision in going for the win means now that they have to resort to an onside kick. The Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. The field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Pitch goes to Rawls. And some room to maneuver. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Four yards remaining now on second down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a gain of a yard there. Now it'll be third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Third down and 3. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Eight yards still remaining here on third down. They come out here in the eye. On the run, this is Michael. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Halfback sent in motion. He's back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They'll look to throw. eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive.